13 of the National Football League. And we'll see the Cowboys' towering wide receiver. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Cowboys and the Colts on Sunday Night Primetime.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just talked about. When you can bump yourself over 500, it's a lot of optimism in your building as you move forward in the season.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now Elliott. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At their own 21. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Here's Ryan to throw. This will be swung in. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Holding, defense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up, and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now it's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And some room to maneuver. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. On the counter, Elliott. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts set to take over here offensively. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But listen.
And he loses the football a second time. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's Ryan. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On second down, Elliott. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it is 42-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 98 yards, 2 shy of 100.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because this is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Working with a 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He finds some open field here. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, Ryan. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Dak Prescott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Carry now for Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Prescott on first down. That one caught by Ellison. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Here's Prescott. In trouble, and he he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack on first down, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And he's got it inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Cowboys have recovered. Man, that's a third fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Marr is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 119 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on
So
the field
that one
was reversed.
overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
No, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ryan. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, that sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Dante Fowler, his 2nd sack of the night.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're still come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action now. Prescott. Flushed out right. Dances by him. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On third down, Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Second down, another run with Taylor. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. Oh, what a move. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, after he punted that ball, he's probably frustrated that they had a sizable return against his punt, but he made amends by stepping up to make the tackle.
Yeah, he made amends and probably covered a few of his teammates who didn't handle it very well, because once the return breaks like that, you're thinking touchdown, and he prevented it with a nice play.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. They'll throw again. Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Inside give to Elliott. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Completes it to Ellison to the right side. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Mora, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Ryan. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Anthony Barr able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Barr, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. By the way, he competes for the football at the end of the play.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Ryan. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons, his second sack of the night. Well, that sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's fielded at the 34. Leaks past him. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And they will take over 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran up.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stakes, sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Talk about two sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get